ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजता दधोक्षजे आविश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 4, verse number 10. Sri Sukadeva Goswami is explaining how Vasudeva exchanged baby Krishna with Yogamaya, turned into Mahamaya, and brought her back. And then the gatekeepers, they informed Kamsa, who came running, and Kamsa snatched the girl from the hands of Devaki and tried to smash her on the stone to kill her, but she jumped out and went into the sky and then turned into 800 form of Durga. So this is what we read. If any question on the previous class? Yes.
I have a question. It's not on the main text, it's on a verse that you cited during the discussion. Is that okay? You mentioned this verse that's attributed to Duryodhana. This Kenapi Devena Hridi Stitena. And I was wondering about that because I generally understand that this is meant that he's speaking, but he's hypocritical in his declaration in this way. But then I noticed that in Hari Bhakti Vilas, there's another verse which is identical to that verse. It just changes two words. Instead of Kenapi Devena, it says Tvaya Hrishikesha, and it's given as a prayer that can be recited. So
yeah, this verse is also found in Gautamiya Tantra. Anyway, the thing is like this, that Shastra can be misused also. There are so many slokas which you can quote to your benefit. So the verse is speaking also of complete surrender to him, that I am totally surrendered to you, and you are moving me. The way you move, I act like that, and it can be used wrongly.
So I guess could you clarify a little bit what would be the positive way that the mentality that would be positively expressed by the verse?
Means I am not the doer. Whatever I do, it's not by my potency. It's being done by the grace of Krishna. Kenapi devena hridistitena. He is the one. As Krishna says, Matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Same thing. He himself is saying it. So one can say, well, he is the one who is guiding me, good or bad. But that does not mean that now I don't take responsibility. There he is trying to escape his responsibility. Like that famous story of the person who killed the cow when he was caught. Then he says, I didn't do it, it's my hand who did it. I don't do anything. Same. So that is cheating.
So in the positive sense, the devotee is not copping out by saying, oh, I can't follow Dharma, I can't give up on Dharma. He's saying, I'm trying, but nevertheless, even when I'm failing, I'm seeing that that's also ultimately engineered by you, and I'm still depending upon you in my continued attempt. Not
only in failure, in success also. Because the problem is that when it is in failure, then it's easy to say that. But when you're successful, then I did it. So you have to practice this more in success. That the success is not because of me. So that's why Krishna, he told to Arjuna on the last day that you get down from the chariot first. And he says, why? He said, just do it. So he did it, and then Krishna got off and the chariot was in fire. So he said, what is this? He said, well, I was protecting it all this time. So Arjuna, just to make him understand that don't think that you got victory just because you are Arjuna. So Arjuna had the same Gandiv, same arrows, his same Arjuna. But when these cowherd people attacked him with sticks and snatched away the wives of Krishna, he could not do anything. That's why he came so dejected. It is described in Bhagavatam also. So these things are just to tell us that ultimate control is in his hands. He is the ultimate cause, sarva karana karanam. And we have to keep that in mind. But then we should not misuse it. Either to become lazy, not do anything, or take credit for what I do nice and something wrong I do, that is because of him. Anything else?
Bhagavad Maharaj, on the same follow-up on that. So if the fact that Duryodhana is 14, it means that he knows. Is that also an assumption?
Yeah. Many people know, in India especially, even now. So a few thousand years ago, they surely knew. Because this was culture here. Even if you don't go to school or college, most of these village people don't study Shastra, but they know so many things. Even now they know so many things. So this was common knowledge. And Duryodhana was an educated person. He studied with the same teacher where Arjuna studied or Yudhishthira studied. So don't think that he did not study the Vedas or philosophy or Niti, Shastra. He studied everything. This was normal for princes to study like that. Even
And so that's where the misuse comes from, because he knew and then he's using it for his benefit.
yeah.
Thank you much.
So that's how people do. They know this and then they take wrong action. So that is the kapat, deceptive mentality. Kaitavata.
Babaji, related to your point, you said that one should also not be lazy. So, how do you understand that sometimes if you are over endeavoring and you are continuing to fail, that maybe you do not continue on that path and you hope against hope that this thing is going to be successful?
So you said you are over endeavoring and you think you are not being successful?
Yes, Babaji. What I'm trying to understand is that what is the balance between, I guess it is a fine balance that sometimes you put in the effort and the result is not coming versus being lazy.
No, being lazy means that you don't put in the effort. These are two separate things. You are putting effort or even putting a lot of effort and you don't feel that you are not getting the result. That is one thing. And being lazy means you don't make the effort. You don't take the step. So naturally you don't expect result. So these are two separate things. Anything else you want to say? Anyone else? Okay. So Divya Shragambara Alepa Ratnabharan Bhushita Dhanushuleshu Charmansi Sankha Chakra Gadadhara Siddhacharan Gandharvai Rapsara Kinnaror Gaihi Uparitoru Balibhi Stuyamane Namabravit. So these two slokas, they are describing Devi when she went up in the air and how she appeared. So she was wearing nice divine dress, had a wonderful garland, Divya Shagambara Alep. She was decorated with various types of ointments, what you call perfumes these days. Ratnabharana Bhushita, many types of ornaments, especially ladies, earrings, necklace, bangles, all that. And in her hands, it was said she had 8 hands, Ashtamahabhuja, long arms, big arms. So she had a bow, a trident, arrow, shield, sword, conch, disc, and a club. So she was well equipped in case Kamsa has some wish to fight. She's ready. She's not like the other boys whom he just took and he smashed. So he says, okay, I have 8 hands. You're looking for the 8th child. So you can come and try with me. And she was being praised, glorified by various higher beings such as Siddhas, Charanas, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Kinnaras and Uragas. Snaky type of people. Uraga means Ursa Gachati iti Uraga. Those which move on their chest. Snake moves in the chest. So that's called Uraga. Upahrito Urubali bhi, and they brought very nice, wonderful gifts for her. Not only that they were just singing praises, but also gave her gifts. Stuyamana, so while she was being praised like this, Stuyamana, idam abravit. Then she said the following things. She spoke as follows to Kamsa. She did not speak to the people who were praising, singing glories. She didn't say anything. She said, you go ahead. So she said, Kim maya hataya manda jata khalu tavanta krit yatra kvava purva shatrur mahimsi kripanan vritha. So she said, Kim maya hataya manda. Manda means foolish or fool. What would you gain by trying to kill me? Why not? Because I'm supposed to be killed by the 8th child of Devaki. Says, no, that guy is already born. Jata hai khalu tava antakrit. Tava antakrit, the person who will bring an end to you, he is already born. Yatra kvava. Where? Somewhere. She did not say where. So he is somewhere, he is born. And ma himsihi kripanan vritha. Therefore, don't unnecessarily kill innocent people. Whether it is Devaki or Vasudeva or the children you have killed. So there are 2 readings. Kripanan is plural, there is some places Kripanam. So if the reading is Kripanam, that refers to Devaki or to herself. Anyways, he cannot kill her. It can only refer to Devaki, or Kripanan means it includes others. Plural. So therefore she is saying that you are so foolish. That why he is foolish? Because what he was trying to achieve, he failed. And not only that, unnecessarily he got sin of killing so many people and torturing Vasudeva and Devaki for nothing. So that's why he says you are manda. Don't have good intelligence. Should have thought that if this voice in the sky is saying something, then you cannot undo that. Right? So, yad bhavi na tad bhavi, bhavi ched na tad anyatha. Iti chinta visagnoham agda kim na piyate. So, yada bhavi na tad bhavi. That which is not going to happen will not happen. And bhavi ched na tad anyatha. What is going to happen cannot be otherwise. It will happen. So, iti chintaghna agda magda kim na piyate. So why don't you drink this nectar which will take away your anxiety? Chintagna. So people have anxiety for things which have no control, they have no control over them. So if there was a Daivi Vak, if there was a divine prediction, then just accept that. Don't think that you can evade that. So just drink this, that what has to happen, this will happen, you cannot do anything. So he did not, he tried and he failed. So now he is realizing, finally. So maya hataya kim iti. What is the benefit of killing me, which means trying to kill me? Yadi aham hatapi abhavishyam iti artha. So the meaning is that even if you would have killed me, because this statement is, what is the benefit of killing? Hata means as if you have already killed me. So what did you gain? So assuming that you have killed me, what would have you gained? Why? I would have become free from death because I was supposed to be killed by you. He says, no. Jataha khalu tavantakrita. One who will bring an end to you is already born. So qua, where? Yatra va somewhere. Purva Shatru, he is your old enemy. Not from this life. You have eternal enmity. So, because Kamsa is supposed to be Kalnemi, right? So Kalnemi was killed. So Kalnemi means the center of the Kala. Nemi is the thing around which the wheel goes around. And he is the Kalnemi. So even he was killed. Yad bibheti swayam bhayam. So that is Vishnu. So he says, even you are Kalnemi, you are killed, you think he will spare you now? No. So therefore it says Purva Shatru. So yatra kvachit vaktum anahram desha ityartha. He has been born somewhere and I will not tell where. You figure out. So Kirpanam Devakim, Kirpanan iti pathe anyan shishun. So if the reading is Kirpanam, then it refers to Devaki. If it is Kripanan, then others, the other children whom he killed. Iti prabhashyatam devi maya bhagavati bhuvi bahunama niketeshu bahunama babhuvaha. So she did not give some big lecture to him, said only this much. So he says that after saying this, that Devi, who is Bhagavati, then she became famous on earth with various names in different places. Bahunam niketeshu bahunama babhuva. So Bhagavati Yogamaya, Bhagavati means Yogamaya. No, where is this? Bahunam niketeshu Varanasi adi vividh Varanasi adi sthaleshu. So Bahunam Niketa means places like Banaras. There must be some temple of Devi there. I haven't been to Banaras, so I don't know. But there are famous temples of Devi in Vindhyachal, in Assam, Kamakhya, right? And then there is Devi in Jammu, Vaishnavi Devi. So these are all her forms.
There are 14 places where Devi names are worshipped, including Mumbai and other places. Which is listed in elephant.
Listed where?
In my book.
Please read the names.
I don't have the book with me now, but I will later on send you everybody.
Okay, yeah, it's good to know. So taya abhihitam akarnya kamsaha paramavismitaha devakim vasudevam cha vimuccha prashrito bravit. So when Kamsa heard this, he was extremely surprised and shocked. Shocking surprise, because he did not expect anything like this. So then he released Devaki and Vasudeva from the shackles of the prison, and Prashrito Abravit, in a very humble mood, he spoke to them as follows. Because then he realized that he's been so cruel to his own sister for nothing. It's not that her 8th child is going to kill him. Somebody else is going to kill. Now she's saying like this. Because he does not know the background.
I found it, Babaji. Now I will read the name and the place. Durga, Varanasi, Bhadrakali, Ujjain, Vijaya, Kolhapur, Vaishnavi in Mumbai, Umuda, doesn't give any place, Chandika, Kamrupa, Krishna, don't have place, Madhavi, doesn't have place, Kanyaka in Kanyakumari, then Maya, Narayani in Uttar Pradesh, Isani, no places, Sarda in Uttar Pradesh, and Ambika in Ambika Forest. This is from Vallabhacharya's commentary and Vijay Dwaj commentary.
Okay, thank you. So Parama Vismitaha. So why was he surprised? So surprise, he gives a different reason. Katham Manushya Devakya Garbhe Durga Devi Jata. This was his surprise. How is it that Devaki, who is just a human being, gave birth to Durga Devi? Because Durga is, especially for Kshatriyas, he is very powerful deity. They worship her. Because Durga fights. They worship also Shiva, but more Durga or Chandi. If you go to Rajasthan, they have many palaces in Rajasthan. Inside they have Devi temples. They were worshipping. So even he had respect for her. So, but his surprise was that how is that she is born from Devaki, his own sister. So Kathamba Devi Vag Anrita Bhut. And then the second cause of surprise is that how is it that this divine prediction came false, untrue? How is it possible that Devatas also tell lies? They got polluted by human beings. Human beings tell lies, that is known fact. But how is that Devatas also? So now he is speaking to them. Aho bhagni aho bhama maya vambat papmana purushadeva patyam bhavo himsita sutta. So now you see how his tune changes. One says Aho Bhagini. First he is addressing to the sister because he has done more cruelty to her. So first says, oh sister. Aho Bhama. Bhama means brother-in-law. So that is to Vasudeva. Maya Vam Bata Papmana. So I am very sinful. And indeed, I have done violence to you by killing Bhavo Himsita Sutta. I have killed many of your children. How? Purushadaiva. So Purushamatti iti Purushada, man-eater. So there are a class of Rakshasas, they eat human beings, cannibals. They can eat their own children also, if they are hungry. Then say, well, food is walking here. Yes, but they were not eating their own children. So they are also that Bakasura whom Bhima fought, he was eating one human being every day. So they are called Purushada. So he says, Purushada eva patyam bhavo hinsitaha sutaha. So he says that just like the Purushada type of Rakshasas, they kill their own children. So in the same way, I have killed many of your sons. I did not eat them, but I killed them cruelly. There are also some tribal people, when some family member becomes old, then they eat him. That's how they bring an end. And they make a festival. They finally decide that, okay, now he's too old, now we make food of him. So this is Purushada, your own family member. So, he Bhama, he Bhagini Pate. Bhama means the husband of sister. Purushada Rakshasho yatha svapatyam hinasti tadvat. So just like this Purushada Rakshasas, they kill their own children, like that I have done also. So snakes are supposed to be like that. It seems that the female snakes or some fish, they give a lot of eggs and then they eat their own eggs. Some survive, then they continue, otherwise they eat up. Satvaham tyakta karunya tyakta jati shruhita khalaha kan lokan vai gamishyami brahma eva mrita swashan. So he says Satuvaham tyakta karunya. So this is a way of saying that I am. Means that cruel person I am. Satuvaham. That I am. What is that? Tyakta karunya. That I have given up all kindness, karuna, grace, mercy, and tyakta jyati sruhit, and I have given up my family members, relatives, because everybody was terrified of him. And most of the Yadavas, they ran away. He was very torturous. Either they have to listen to him or my way or highway. That kind of dealing. So he himself is saying this. So tyakta jnati sruhit khalaha. So I am a khala, I am a wicked person. I am not gentle, I am cruel. And therefore now I don't know to which loka I will go, kan lokan. Where is my destination after death? So you see, Kamsa also believed in rebirth. He also believed in karma. And still he was doing all this. As long as he could think that I am protecting myself, he was ready to kill. Now when he realized that this was all in vain, now he says, Kan lokan gamishyami, where will I go? Why I did not think this before? So this is the misuse of philosophy. Now when he wants to beg pardon to them, he is being philosopher. When they were begging him, he did not listen to them. Devaki was holding the baby in her arms and saying, "Don't kill her. She will be your snusa, your daughter-in-law. What this girl can do to you, she cannot harm you. Why are you intent on killing her?" That time he did not think, which loka will I go by killing her. Now suddenly loka has come to his mind. So this is how people misuse philosophy, knowingly. So he says, Brahma ha eva. He said, just like a person who kills a Brahmana. So one who kills a Brahmana, he does not go to hell. He gets pratyoni, ghostly life. He wanders here, there, Brahmatya. So therefore it says, Kan lokan vaigamishyaami.
Somebody here is also example of Vishnu Chapa.
Very, very rare example of Kan lokan. This is Kan lokan. So Na becomes La, but it becomes Vishnu chap, with Vishnu chap. So Kan lokan Gamishyami Brahmaha iva Mritah Swasan. Says, I am breathing but I am already dead. Because that's what a ghost is. Ghost also has life here, but it's called Preta. Preta actually means dead. That's why it's called Bhuta. Bhuta means gone. Preta also means same. Prapurvak in Gatav Dhatu Ita. Preta. Bhuta. Devam api anritam vakti ne martya eva kevalam yadvishrambhadaham papaha swasur nihatvan shishun. So he says, it is a great wonder that Devam api anritam bhakti, that the devas also tell lies. So now what he is saying is that actually it is not my fault. If devas tell lies, what can I do? If they would not, if they were true, then that was all right if I killed. Right? So when he says Daivam api, so he says, please don't think that I am so bad. The problem is only with these devas. You should blame them. Why did they speak lies like this? And now because of that I acted wrongly. Kenapi devena hridistitena. Right? Yatha bhakti tatha karom. As they say, he did that.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So if the devas were actually right, and they were, because he did not know Krishna is already born, but if they were right, then is he justified from a perspective of self-defense?
No, he is not. That's what I'm saying, that people try to rationalize their action, no matter how bad it is. This is the tendency of human mind, that whatever you do, you have to first satisfy your intellect. Otherwise, your intellect, what they call conscience, will keep on pinching you. You will feel guilty. So nobody likes to feel guilty. Therefore, whatever someone does that, he will find a logic for it. From one's own perspective, everybody is right. Nobody is wrong. It's only other people, the fault finders. Right? It's only the other people who find fault, you are wrong. There is nobody who is not right. Everybody is right. Nobody is wrong. Wrong is only for others. For that person, even if he is murdering somebody, even if he is eating his own child, he is right. Because he will have something to say. He will say, well, this is the swabhav. And no one can transgress swabhav. Swabhavati durutkram. Sadrisam cheshta swasya prakritir jnanvanapi. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita. What can I do? He says, nigraha kim karishyati. Even if I try to control, it won't work. He has already said it. And therefore I don't even try. I have faith in him. So everybody finds logic and everybody has their own perspective on things. So that's why it is important to know Shastra. Otherwise, what is right, what is wrong, it's very difficult to decide in this Dvaita. So the only test is from Shastra. Therefore Krishna says, Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Kyare Vyavastito Gyatva Shastra Vidhanoktam Karya Kartam Viharasi. So it is only from Shastra that we know what should be done, what should not be done. Otherwise we are bound to make mistake. Because our mind, our intelligence will fool us, which is covered ajnanena avritam jnanam tena muhyanti jantava. So that's why God has given Shastra for humanity, so that you can learn and follow accordingly. So you see, comes such a person, he also has some logic. He's also putting blame on the Devas. So Devam api anritam vakti na martya eva kevalam. He says it is not that only human beings tell lies. That is an established fact. There is no doubt about that. But I did not know that the Devas also do this. Yadi adacharti sreshta tatta devitra jana. Sayat pramanam kurte lokas tadanuvarte. If Devas are telling lies, what can you expect from human beings? If Krishna tells lies, then what Vaishnavas will do? So Vaishnavas say, well, see, our Bhagavan is also telling lies. So yadvishrambhad aham papa. He says, only putting trust in their words. I killed your children. He's saying it. Trusting their false prophecy. Papa Swasur Niyatvan says, I killed the children of my sister. He says, I am so sinful. At the same time, he's saying, I am sinful. Ma shochatam mahabhagav atmajan svakritam bhujah jantavo na sada ekatra devadhinas tadasate. So now he's trying to console them. And if you want to console somebody, then philosophy is very good for that. So even he who himself has killed their children, he is trying to console them now that it is actually not your fault, it is not my fault. It is nobody's fault, it has to happen like this. Now if it has to happen like this, why did you kill? Let you be killed by the 8th child. He's not thinking that way. So he says, Ma shochatam. He says, please do not lament, do not grieve. Why Mahabhago? You are a great person. You are highly learned, fortunate, Mahabhago. Atmajan swakritam bhujay. Don't grieve for your children. Why? Swakritam bhuja. They got the outcome of their karma. They must have done something wrong in their past life. So therefore I killed them. So it is neither my fault nor your fault. The fault lies on the children. Which is true, they were cursed by Brahma. So don't worry, no need to grieve. This is the medicine he is giving them. So Swakritam bhuja, jantavo nai sada ekatra, daivadhina tadaste. And moreover, even if they have lived, imagine that they were not killed, still you cannot live with them for the rest of your life. People come together, then they separate. It just happened little early, that's all. So what? So jantavo nai sada ekatra, he says, all people don't live together all the time. Says Devadhina Stadaste. He says we are all under the control. Devadhina. It's under the control of fate. Therefore no one can live together all the time. Even if you don't get killed, you become separated. Right? Even if nothing happens, then somebody has to go to the market to buy vegetable, then you feel separation. Right? You are not always together. Or one person goes to do one job, another person goes to do another job. So he said, Sadana ekatra, you cannot be together always. Otherwise you will get bored if you are always together. So he says, therefore, please do not lament. It is okay. So bhuja iti kvibantam, this word bhuja, this is bhuj dhatu, and then there is a kvip pratyaya which has been applied, and kvip has this characteristic that it is dropped, nothing is remaining in that. So then it becomes bhuja. Means bhoga. That means they had the bhoga or the outcome of their karma, swakritam. So swakritam iti shashtiya bhava arsha. So swakritam, it should have been swakritasya bhuja. Means they got the outcome of their own deeds. So it should be swakritasya. I say this is an arsha prayoga. Jantavo na sada ekatra. Mahabhagav iti. You are Mahabhag, you are great, so you can understand. Great people do not lament, right? They are equanimous, they are balanced. Sukhe dukhe samay kritva labho labho jaya jayo. Death, birth, gain, loss, victory, defeat. All these things do not disturb the mind of people like you. I am not like you, so when I heard, I got disturbed. But you should not be disturbed. Sometimes people, they give lecture to the sadhus, common people. You are sadhu, right? Why are you getting angry? Sadhu should not get angry. We can get angry. Right? So they have the right to lecture to the sadhu and correct him. So this is how people misuse philosophy. So if sadhu should not get angry and you get angry, what is your right to tell? Right? So you have no right. Sadhu is getting angry, that is sadhu's business. Or sadhu is eating nice foods, you should be eating simple. We can eat, we are grastas, we can eat. Why are you eating? Why are you dressed? Why are you why sadhu? Sadhu should not live. Sadhu should only do paropkar. Right? Vache dhye artha. Krishna says, with your speech, with your life, with your wealth, should only do welfare. Satam vibhuti paropakārāya. The vibhuti of sata is only, sadhu people is only for paropakar. It's like the river, nadyāni pibanti svajalam. The rivers don't drink their own water, right? The trees, vrikshāni khadanti, sufalani. Trees don't eat their own fruits. They are sadhu. Sadhu should be like this. So you are Mahabhag. So you should not get upset, angry with me, even if I have killed your children. At least I did not kill the 8th one. She is still alive somewhere. You should feel happy. You are the mother of Durga Devi. So that is the meaning of Mahabhag.
Sorry, Adhaji.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't get the word Parupkar, so I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Which word?
Parupkar?
Paropkar is welfare. Para means others. Upkar means doing good. Doing good to others. Doing favor to others. There is kara and then there is upkara. Now you are learning Sanskrit. There is a kri dhatu. Kri means to do. So from kri comes the word kara, like car, you know. Why car is called car? Because it is doing a lot of things. Then there is a upakara. Upa also means small. Small car is called upkar, like a mini car. Right? Like your hands are also called kara. Karoti iti kara, because you do things with this. So you have kara, kara, all this karya, karma, they all come from the same root. So then there is a kara, and upkara means to doing good. And para is other, doing good to others. So Durga Devi eva आव्योर आत्मजा भूत किमन्ये सुतै स्वकृतम भुग्भिरिति विमर्शेन मा सोचताम. So just think like this, that Durga Devi has taken birth from you. How fortunate you are. How great you are. This is the Mahabhag. You are Mahashaya, Maheshwar, Mahabhag. That Avyor Atmaja Abhut, Durga Devi came our child. So Kimanni Sutai, why should we worry about other children? It is better they are dead. Now we are only having Durga Devi as our mother. Swakrit Bhugbi Riti Vimarshena Masvachta. So think that they had their own karma and therefore they have to die like this. And I have to be instrument in that. I actually help them to get rid of their bad karma. They have to be killed. Somebody else would have killed them. So I did it. It would have taken more time. They would have suffered unnecessarily. I did not let them suffer for a long time. As soon as they are born, I kill, finish. Karma over. So you think like this. Be positive. Right? Have a positive attitude. Then you will have no trouble. So kincha vimarshantaram api aha jantavaiti. And then he is giving another thought. Right? So this is called food for the mind. And this is the food for the mind. He's giving them another, like sort of gulab jamun for the mind. That think that jantavo na sada ekatra. That human beings, they don't remain together. The human beings are just like some piece of grass floating in a river. Say that by will they come together for some time, then they separate. So they came and they did not stay together with you for a long time, because that's how this life is. Life is all about separation. So, sanyogo hi, what is that sloka? Sansuchiyati viyogas. I think it's by Rupa Goswami. Sanyogo hi viyogas. So whenever there is a union, it is only indicative of separation. If union is there, then it is guaranteed that there will be separation. So sanyogo hi bhutanam viyogasya karanam. Something like that. If there is no sanyog, there will be no viyog. If there is no union, there will be no separation. Right? So if there is a union, what does it mean? There will be separation. So if this happens, why we have to worry about it? If there is day, there will be night. If there is night, there will be day. So do we cry when the day is coming to an end? No, we know that. This happens. Chakravat parivartante dukhani cha sukhani cha. Dukkhasya anantaram sukham, sukkhasya anantaram dukkham. Chakravat parivartante sukhani cha dukhani cha. After happiness comes suffering, after suffering comes happiness. Like a big wheel, they come one after another. Sometimes this part of the wheel is up, the other one is down, which is down will come up and this will go down. So he says, therefore, jantuo na sada ekatra devadhinas tadasati. So jantus are never together. It is all daivadhina. It is all under the control of daiva, fate. So that fate, whatever is written in it, so then you cannot change it. No one can change it. Brahmapi marstum narati. Lalata rikhitam rekham brahmapi marstum narati. What is written on your forehead, even Brahma cannot wipe it out. So just take it. Be satisfied. Be happy. Ma shucha. Do not grieve. So he is giving a big lecture. It's quite philosophical. Only thing is that when he will hear that Krishna is there somewhere, then he will forget about all this. So Parupadesh. Paropadesha Pandityam Sarvatram Kushlavuchi. Sanatana Goswami says that Panditya these days is Paropadesha Panditya. What is Panditya? What is scholarship? Giving lecture to others.
Teaching is the essence of Bhagavad.
Yes. Okay, so
Babaji Maharaj, can I ask a question here?
yeah.
So this, as it was described that Bhagavati Yogmaya, like she flew away into the sky and then warned Kamsa. And then it was said that she is known by various names. So actually I have two questions. So first of all, that in earlier days you had this Akashvani, and people used to believe even when Kamsa was taking Devki and Vasudev, then also there was Akashvani, and now also again there is Akashvani. So is this Akashvani thing was only in a previous yuga and not applicable in Kali-yuga. And the second question was...
Now there is Akashvani air station in India. Every day you can hear, every day in India there is a, what is called radio station. It's called Akashvani. Akashvani means, Akash means sky, Vani means speech. The voice from the sky. Like Kamsa heard, that is called voice from the sky, Akashvani. So the radio station which was started by Government of India before there were no private stations. So they called it Akashvani. In India they are good in giving names. So it is still there. In Mathura they have Akashvani. In the evening you can hear the news. They will say, yeah, Akashvani hai, right? The standard thing. And they have the standard tune, you know. I still remember that. Before it starts in the morning, then they start it for 2 minutes. And then the guy will come and say, yeah, Akashvani. Then he starts speaking.
So as we have colored media these days, that media is colored by so and so and so and so. So even concerned logic is right that these data, these things,
yeah, because Akashvani radio people can also tell lies. What is the problem? It's not only that normal people tell lies, even Akashvani. And usually we expect something coming from TV or radio station is like Vedic truth. But they also tell lies. This is what Kamsa is saying. He says, I didn't know that TV people also tell lies.
Anyway, my second question was that like this Durga Upasana or this Devi Upasana people do. So is it indirectly same as worshipping Yogamaya? Because Yogamaya says that I'll be known by various names, and then Purushottam Prabhu gave these names like Chandika, Durga, Ambika. So in Gujarat also, in West Bengal, there's a lot of Devi worship, even in North, this Vaishno Devi. So is it in a way worshipping?
Well, it depends what is your concept, because there is both. There is also Yogamaya Durga and there is Mahamaya Durga. So what is your understanding? It depends on that. The same Murti can be worshipped as Mahamaya or as Yogamaya.
Balaji, the question that I have was that why is it that people have knowledge but one is not able to act on it, and how does one act on one's knowledge?
So there are few things in our mind how it works, that there is desire, right? Then there is action and there is knowledge. These are all different things. Action is different, desire is different, knowledge is different. So desire depends on knowledge. If knowledge is not there, you cannot get desire. If you don't have knowledge about Durga, then how can you have desire to worship Durga? So first is knowledge. And when knowledge is there, then desire comes. May come, may not come, not necessarily. Then when desire is there, you may act or you may not act. They are all independent. It is not there just because I have knowledge I will act. So when desire is there, when there is a desire, then you may not act because you don't have strong desire. Desire also has its intensity, just like knowledge also has its levels. Some people have very deep knowledge, some have very, cursory type of knowledge on the surface. So if the desire is not strong, and you have some other desires which are strong, because after all, you cannot do too many things. If you want to drink, and you have desire to drink milk, and you also have desire to drink juice, you cannot drink both together. So you can do it one after another, but then which one you have more desire for, that's what you would do. If your desire is more for milk, you will drink that, or anything else, whatever your strong desire. So when desire is not very strong, it is lukewarm, then you may not act on that. Like we get so many devotees may also get some material desires, but they are not very strong, or they have something called buddhi, viveka. So by their viveka they kick away this desire and they continue to act. Even if you have a strong desire, then there is a fourth factor of buddhi, intelligence, which gives you viveka. So then you can deliberate that, okay, I have this desire, but the outcome of this desire, so then I don't act. Anubandham shayam hinsam, anveksha cha paurusham. So tamasic karta, who is tamasic karta? Who does not see the result. That what is the outcome of it, anubandha. So when your buddhi is in sattva, then you think, right? Bandham moksham janati, which knows what will cause bondage, what will cause liberation, means what will cause suffering, what will cause happiness. Then you take action on that. Although your desire may be very strong for some action, but you know that this is going to trouble me, then you may not act. But if your intelligence is not strong, if your viveka is not strong and desire is strong, then you will act on that even if it is wrong. Or your desire is weak, but your viveka is strong, then still you will act on that weak desire and not on the strong desire, which is harmful. So this is how the inner psyche functions. So you have knowledge, you have desire, you have intellect, then you have what is called prayatna. This is what we studied in Purvamamsa. Then there is a bhavana, shabdi bhavana. Then from shabdi bhavana comes arthi bhavana. And then on the arthi bhavana you act. Right? So what is that shabdi bhavana? Is that inspiration. It's basically desire coming from that. Do this. It's giving you desire to do. Oh, Shastra is saying I should do this. Comes arthi bhavana.
Bhagavad, can I still ask a question or is it too late?
You can ask.
Just about this term also in verse 13, the Bahunama edition, does it mean that Durga was not known by these names before, but only by some other names? Like she was known by as Katyayani, for example, so
No,
worshipped her, but these names were prominent later on?
No, it doesn't mean that. Names are always there, they may not have been popular at that time.
Then what exactly does it mean?
Bahunam Niketasu means in various places. Niketa is place. Place with different names. Bahu here means different names. And Bahunama means she had different names. She was known with different names in different places. In one place she became known as Durga, another place she became known as Vaishnavi, another place she became known as something else.
But doesn't this mean that she was not known before by these names? Otherwise, what is the need to say that?
Yeah, she was not known to people, but it's not that this is the first time it has happened, that's what I'm saying. She was not popular, just like Krishna was not popular before, but that does not mean that Krishna did not have that name.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So he always had that name, but he became popular after he appeared. So same here. Anything else? Okay.